time. It's December, we made it through. 2023 is so weird. I don't understand time anymore. I was literally like feeling like shit. So I wanted to film because it makes me feel better. And I thought, you know what, I look like shit. Let me just put on a lip gloss. This is the lip gloss. The light is a mess. My hair is... God, I told you the light is a mess and it turned off. Just like, I'm trying my best, okay? I'm sorry, I know. Also, a very, 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 very special thank you for two special people. One, I don't know if I can actually say your name. I don't know if I can actually say your name, but I don't know if I'm allowed. One of you that's been showing me a lot of your pets, like literally randomly emailing me your pets. I have been enjoying that conversation so much, so thank you for that. And two, and it's such a cool name too. I know Chronicles is it, Blazing Gaming Chronicles. It's so long, dude. But it's cool, okay? You've been very, very kind and nice to me 4 months now, so thank you so much for that. It really means a lot. Oh, fuck, I just ruined my hair. Thank you. Hello, though. How are you? Nice to see you here at the end of 2023. It's December. Like last year in December, I feel like doing wrap-ups. Not all of December, because I still have some, I think 2 or something pre-filmed videos that has nothing to do with the wrap-ups. But I do want to do best and worst and shit like that. And we're going to start with something chill, because I'm still reading, and I basically thought I'm going to do some TikTok hype books, and I want to share with you the books that have been hyped on BookTok that I've read this year and I think are very much worth it. So I started this year with a goal of 50, I think, to bash through the fucking 50 in the first month or first 2 months. Then it was 60 or 75, something like that, bashed through that, and then I think I was gonna do 80, and then I didn't do 80. I thought, let me just do 100. Let me just do 100. It's fine. I'm gonna be a whore. I don't know why I'm making everything promiscuous. I am promiscuous, but I have no enjoyment of any of it. I'm kidding. I haven't even started talking about the book. I'm so sorry. Stop being weird. I'm sorry, I'm weird. It's because I'm weird, and it will happen again. I'm sorry. I did 100 and then finished 100, and I thought, fuck this, I'm just gonna do 150, and maybe last month or something, best through the 150, I am at 158 so far, and I'm still reading and loving it. I don't know, there are just like so many freaking books to read, like I'm overwhelmed, but in a good way. So I went through my list of 2023 of every book that I've read. Out of the 158, I picked off the most hyped book that I've seen on BookTok. Not just this year. I don't think I have read a lot of hype books on TikTok this year. I've just been reading a lot of miscellaneous stuff, just, you know, enjoying myself. So the first one that have been very hyped on BookTok for years, actually, and I've read recently, is Caraval. Where is my baby? Here it is, the striped ones. Caraval Legendary, I still haven't gotten and read final, but I'm sure I'm going to fucking love it just as much as I love these ones. Basically, it follows 2 sisters who receive an invitation to participate in a circus to win a very, very special prize, but it is so much more than that. It's just a beautiful, beautiful fairy tale type adventure, and I was very hesitant because it's very, very hyped, but I ended up absolutely in love. Next one is, again, extremely hyped for the longest time, and I actually have not read it because of how hyped it was, and it is The Secret History, but it is worth it. Especially one of you that left me this very lovely comment highlighted it, and I went back. I still have not reread it yet, and I don't think I'll have the time to read it now because I still have so many books I want to read before the fucking year ends, but I'll definitely reread it sometime in the near future. It does merit a reread. Even when I read it the first time, there were still negatives and stuff, but it's just an it book, you know. It's beautiful. The writing is beautiful. The story is very unique, and it overshadowed really the negatives that I had. You've opened up my mind about it and really made me understand things that I didn't understand while reading it at the first time. So yeah, it's one heck of a book. It's like layered or whatever. Next one that, again, I was hesitant for, but it's very hyped on BookTok, and it is The Perfect Marriage. I've read this year out of a whim, just out of the blue. My God, was it fun. It was so fun. This is a thriller murder mystery following a marriage between a very annoying and tedious husband and a wife that I want to step on me. Okay, you know what I mean? I had so much fun following the story, deciphering what happened. I didn't even plan on reading a murder mystery that time, or, you know, trying to deduce something. What the fuck? Something's happening with my phone and I don't like it, okay? I'm a woman of God. Stop doing this to me. Yeah, I really liked it, and I personally think that it is 100% worth the hype that it gets. At least for how fun it is. Going back to fantasy, we have the Priory of the Orange Tree. This is now one of my prized possessions. I am in love with the universe of Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm gonna link the vlog that I've read it here because it's too much to get into. It is a high fantasy, it's dragon infused, it is chaos. It's extremely worth it. It's like 800 pages of sapphic dragon-loving fantasy, and I just fell in love page after page. The world building is perfect, the character building is perfect, the progress is amazing. It is bewildering to me that someone can come up with this shit all on their own, like just sitting and then creating this. It is incredible to me, so yeah, 100% worth it. Going to something more dark, Tenders the Flesh. Again, a very hyped TikTok book, and I've read it this year. These are all books that I've read this year, okay? Yeah, stop repeating yourself, you fucking stupid bitch. Yeah, I read this year and thought it was very worth it. It has a very difficult to achieve George Orwell feel, but it did it. It done it. It achieved it. This is definitely a book that George Orwell would love. Like, I would recommend this to Georgie, okay? I would recommend this to Georgie and he will love it. It's basically just following a contemporary setting where people are bred for consumption. You literally like breeding people to eat them, use them as products and stuff like that. And it's very scary, it's very real, it's very eye-opening, and it's sort of an out-of-body experience reading it because it's shit that is so plausible. It's not like something that reads as unreal or fantasy, oh, this could never happen. It's something that is extremely plausible to the point where you're like, I took a step back reading it and I'm like, ma'am, madam, what is happening? Another author that I started reading this year and I am in love, Eric LaRocca, my man, the author of a very hyped book, which things have gotten worse since we last spoken. It was hyped for years on Book Talk, on Thriller Talk, Dark Talk, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's very worth it. The author as a whole, not just the book. I liked the book. I read after the book a lot of their work and I fall in love every time I read them. Their work is just incredible. It's one of those books that actually just like works for me. Now keep in mind that everyone loves different genres and stuff, but the dark stuff doesn't work for me, okay? Like, they just work for me, and this is done to perfection in my opinion. The writing is absolutely beautiful. It's the kind of writing that I read and it prompts me to go ahead and write or create something, anything really. It's mind-opening in dark ways that you wouldn't expect to be mind-opening, but it's very beautiful. Okay, don't like judge me or anything, but the Ice Planet Barbarian series has been very hyped on Book Talk for years. Listen, I know, and I felt the same way you're feeling right now, and I thought the same things you're thinking right now, but it is actually very fun, okay? The smut. Let's talk about the smut and get it out of the way. It's smutty. It's spiced between a human and an alien. It's like 7 foot tall blue dude with a gigantic heart. The spice is spicing, the smut is smutting, the book is booking, everything is happening, and I loved it and I don't give a fuck. Do not judge me, yeah? But that's not why it's here. It's here because it's freaking fun. It's actually fun. Like, I started reading it as a joke. I actually liked it. I actually really enjoyed it. It's fun, it's funny. It had me laughing out loud multiple times. Yes, my sense of humor is broken, but that doesn't matter, alright? Just a bunch of women getting kidnapped to like a different planet and then getting saved on a different planet. Like their spaceship crashes on another planet, the ice planet, and then it's where they find mates. They find mates, and it's this group of like southern bitches. I just like that a lot, dog. I just like it a lot. Next one is a surprise. It surprised me as much as it surprised you, the people that commented on those. I keep slapping my knees, sorry. On those videos, but it is the Hopeless series by Colleen Hoover. I have a love-hate relationship with Colleen Hoover. I either really vehemently like the books that she writes, or just completely fucking despise their existence in the universe. Like, I can't even handle the fact that someone else reads them and they're like, this is my favorite book ever. That's how much I hate them. Confess. So, it was so fake. However, the Hopeless series, I really enjoyed. I started with Hopeless and Losing Hope, which I thought was the entire series. I thought it was a duology, but you opened my mind, called me an idiot basically, but opened my mind and showed me that it's an entire series. Actually, it has like 3 more installments in it, and I ended up reading all of them. Really liked the progression of the story. I was reading this and I'm like, this cannot be the same author that wrote Ugly Love. This cannot be the same author that wrote Confess. This cannot be the same author that wrote I'm the Queen of Rhyming. It's all about the timing in the middle of the street, said by a 23-year-old adult. And I really ended up enjoying them. Next up is done. Next up is another dark academic type of book. Where is it? Can't find it. There you go. If We Were Villains by, I haven't told you what any of these are written on. M. L. Rio. This one was very special, and I personally loved it because I really enjoy Shakespeare. I enjoy his writing, plays and stuff. And this one is infused with Shakespeare. It basically follows a bunch of students that study Shakespeare and we do Shakespeare plays and stuff like that. It's been hyped for literally just being a dark academic book, and I was never a dark academic bitch, but I've been opening up, been deflowering myself to dark academia, and I've been falling in love over and over again. Another dark academic one was The Maidens. I've read this as part of a challenge where I read books by my favorite booktubers. I love Jesse. I really love Jesse, and I've discovered so many amazing books because of his opinion on them. But my man, what is this? I really enjoyed The Maidens. He thought it was boring, and I don't really remember exactly what he said about the book, but I disagreed vehemently. I really enjoyed it. It is a murder mystery and very dark academic. Yeah, it's written by the same author that wrote the very, again, hyped book, The Silent Patient, which is also on this list, which leads us, wow, what a segue. Yeah, The Silent Patient. Enjoyed them a lot. They're really worth it in my opinion. I liked being in that universe. I like the characters, I like the building, I like the vibe that we got. We got a really haunted, kind of foggy vibe, and I like that. Another one that came from the challenge of me reading books that Jesse the Reader hated was The Midnight Library. I liked it a lot. I could not disagree more with his opinion, which basically read something, not literal, I really forgot, but that it can be insensitive to people struggling with certain mental health issues and stuff like that. I personally, for me, did not find it insensitive to anything like that. I really enjoyed it. I think necessarily that it was the most hopeful book when it comes to mental health and stuff. No, it was a little bit of a cliche, whatever was said in it, but I enjoyed it. It's a copy that I'm keeping and will definitely be rereading. The last one, and maybe my favorite book of 2023, I still haven't chosen yet, but maybe, is A Little Life. A Little Life has been hyped forever since its conception into the universe, and it is worth every hype. I cried and I laughed and I got my heart ripped open by the characters, and I'm still very attached to everyone that I've read about in A Little Life, to the world itself, to the way of writing. Jude, my man, Jude has my heart. I'm gonna have a child and name them Jude. Yeah, so I can love them, and that way I can like live vicariously through the child, to like have my mind settled and like to confuse my conscience and think that the Jude, St. Francis from A Little Life, where are you from A Little Life, is having a good time because I'm giving my child, who I will name Jude, a good time. And it will work. I'll let you know soon, but it will. Let's stop. I'll let you know, but it will work. Yeah, this has been like 17 or something. The book talk hype book that are definitely worth a hype. I'm gonna do a negative list of this of book talk hype book that I read this year that sucked ass. Other than that though, please let me know what you've been reading, what you like, what you didn't like, and if you've read any of the books that I've shared with you on this list and what you thought about them. I'm always happy to hear your opinion. I don't get mad at all when you don't like the books that I like. I'm sorry, I really do not get mad. But it's not like that serious. It's only my entire life. Other than that, though, I love you, and I'm gonna see you.